Hi and welcome back to Bill's Cichlid Room. Today I thought we'd have a look at the growouts of the tetracanthus and the loisellei, see how they're coming along. This is the tank that's got me breeding group of rainbow cichlids in it. If you see me videos from earlier on in the year, you'll know I was breeding the rainbow cichlids like no one's business. Anyway, a couple of months ago, I got a group of the Cuban Cichlid, the Nandopsis tetracanthus. I got a small group of the loisellei, the Parachromis and fredrichsthalii, but we'll carry on calling them the loisellei so we don't get too confused. Anyway, I got a group of 6 of the loisellei. They were just over an inch in size when I got them. I've got 5 of them left and they're in this tank and they're between 3 and 3.5 inches now. There is one of them that's a little bit bigger than the rest, so hopefully that one will be the male. I haven't been able to sex these yet, so if anybody's got any ideas like how to sex them when they're at this size, if you put it in the comments, I'd be really grateful. Yeah, so they're in this tank with the rainbow cichlids and the Cuban Cichlid. I started off with a group of 6, but I've only got 3 of them left. They're the Nandopsis tetracanthus, so commonly known as the Cuban Cichlid. So it looks to me like I've got 2 females and a male left. So this one here, this is one of the females, and she tends to spend most of the time over this side of the tank. Also in the tank there's 2 female Cichlids. One of them is one of the F1s from Max Cichlids that I got last year, and the other one was just a female of the unknown. I don't know whether it's F1 or F2. Yeah, so they all seem to get on quite well in the tank. As I say, the loisellei, they're only about 3.5 inches in size at the moment. The rainbow cichlids are still the biggest fish in the tank, and the Cichlids. Yeah, so the rainbow cichlids, they're about 4.5 inch, the biggest ones, and the Cichlids, they're about 4.5 inch. Yeah, so I haven't had much problems with them with aggression up to now, probably because they're not the biggest fish in there. The plan is to grow them out and actually get a pair off them. So the loisellei, they are the smallest of the group, the Parachromis. So they don't get as big as the jaguar cichlids. So they only get to about 8, 9, 10 inches max for the males. And they are supposed to be the least aggressive of the group as well. The Cuban Cichlid, so they get to about 9 or 10 inches for the male, with the females a little bit smaller. So again, I'm hoping that I will be able to get a breeding pair of those. Yeah, so we got one of the female Cuban Cichlids stays over the left hand side of the tank. The one that I believe is the male, which is this one here, he tends to stay over the right hand side of the tank. And the other female, she's spending most of the time over the right hand side of the tank, so yeah, hopefully they will pair off. Yeah, so he seems to like this half a flower pot. He tends to spend a lot of time going in and out of that and chasing the loisellei away from his area. Yeah, the rainbow cichlids, they don't tend to bother anything. They've not bred for quite a while actually, probably because there is so much going on in this tank. Yeah, so the little fish that you can see in the background under the rocks, that's one of the growouts of the Fredrichsthalii. I've got quite a big spawn actually of the pink ones, so I was culling them, and I put about, well, it must have been about 40 of them in this tank, just trying to cull them. This is one that survived. so feeding the tank, it's all the normal fare, so flake food, small pellets, floating pellets, frozen food, and occasionally coals of other fry. Yeah, so no problems at all. The pH of the tank, as with all my tanks, is about 7, and the temperature is about 78 degrees. Yeah, so as I say, the tetracanthus, they were under an inch when I first got them, so they're probably about 2.5 inch now. The loisellei, they were about the same size, like just under an inch. And yeah, they're growing on really well. Yeah, so not much more to say about them really. I will get all the information together and do species profiles on both of them in the next couple of months. Just waiting for them to grow out a little bit first. Yeah, so with the loisellei, you can see that one of them's actually like still got the dark pattern on, and it's the tails are a little bit ragged. So I think he's been getting picked on a bit, but yeah, this is a tank. I do keep a careful eye on it just in case things the aggression does kick off. But yeah, it's not been too bad up to now. Yeah, so enough of me waffling on anyway. So yeah, we just sit back and yeah, enjoy the fish. Thanks for watching, and if you haven't already, please do press the subscribe button, and I'll see you all next time.